going on, guys? I'm your old mate, Dr. Cuts. This is Encyclopedia Ray, and you are watching Just the Tipping. And tonight we've got a really cool guest from Australia. His name is Mr. Peter Grmusa. Welcome, Peter. How are you, buddy?
Welcome. Good, good to be chatting with you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate your time, man. Ray's a major fanboy. Encyclopedia Ray knows more about anything than I do. And I've seen your stuff, bro. He's shown me, and I can understand why. To those who aren't familiar with Mr. Grmusa, his first entry into Summernats, he won, and then he went back the next year and won again. So inducted into the Summernats Hall of Fame in what, 35?
35.
Summernats 35. So let's be honest, we've got a bit of a legendary skidder in our midst, and we really appreciate you joining us, bro. Thank you so much.
More than welcome, mate. It's good to get recognised for it, you know.
Oh, hell, that's what we're doing. The show we've been doing now a couple of months. Peter is trying to highlight that, especially to a lot of Kiwi people. Got a lot of people who follow burnouts, and they know everything in the like the New Zealand side of stuff, and a lot of the Summernats following stuff. But yeah, like your history goes way back. You know, you got some decent deep history, and
our New Zealand scene is just sort of catching up to Australia. Well, hardly really, but you know, we've got qualifiers now for Summernats Pro Series finals or qualifiers. So you know, we've got Kiwi drivers now regularly winning spots each year to go over. So I think it's important that we don't just highlight New Zealand drivers, we do Australia as well. And let's be honest, you guys are the fucking kings when it comes to stunts and skids. I mean, we copied you guys. You might have taken our fucking Pavlova and our far lap, but we've pinched your burnouts. You guys are the kings of those, bro. So.
What about, so tell us a little bit about yourself, please, Peter.
Obviously, been skidding, 20 plus years now. I know. I just love the burnout scene. Just love the burnouts in general. But more, you meet some good people along the way, and the friendship that you bond, with out there, and then it's I just enjoy it, and regardless if I win or lose, but obviously, everyone will go out to win, but it's the people that you meet along the journey, which, makes it all worthwhile as well.
Yeah, and that comes up and generally both places, New Zealand and Australia, that's exactly what the burnout community builds. It gets touched on generally every person we speak with. It's a magical thing.
So you've been skidding 20 years. What's your where did you start? What was your start into skidding? Apart from on the streets as a young loon, I'm assuming.
I started on the streets first, and then obviously always had me Falcons, and then going back before Canberra, I'd have like a Cleveland, be like back then. Wasn't like these strokey kits that you could buy. Like I got like a stroke kit made up was like a 396 cube. The thing made like 606 horsepower. And I used to go to the beaches and then massive pad, big tip-ins, first, second, top, send it. And I was just known for the king of the burnouts.
Yeah, working.
And then obviously Chapel Street, burnouts down there, and just I don't know, just skids everywhere. But I suppose as time goes on, the law gets harder and stricter, and then I went to a couple of Summernats with Johnny Taverna, and I had an Evil XA in the build.
Yep.
I took up a WRX, like a 99 model, bit bigger turbo, and then just went for a watch the first time. I think it was like a Summernats 17, and then. So I entered Motorcana and ended up winning it.
Oh, right. Wicked.
Yeah. So, and then I went the second year when Summernats 18, watched it again, and then after that I said, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Some of these cars because the other one was taking too long, and then I just went and bought the XR Falcon, and I built that in 6 weeks, and then I went to go to Summernats, and they didn't let me enter. That's because I had no rego.
Wow.
Yeah, so then there's a clip somewhere on our YouTube. You see me at like a shed party. But that was the first time I skidded like a blown alcohol thing.
Right.
And then people were blown away by it. And Gary Myers and that was there with Debbie Myers. And everyone's looking at it. And then, then I went straight to Summernats and then I've taken it out.
Okay.
You took it out well, all right. That that ute's pretty mental. Suicide doors and all, and the graphic sort of paint, for what was back in those, that particular time.
Those graphics were very cool.
It was such a, and I think too, at that time or roundabout was sort of when you start to see how the style was changing from the real slow creeping, sort of coming down the entry, and then entering. That sort of like seemed like the judging was. They like you to come right down and get right into that first tight corner, and then come around and then go from there. But then when you'll win and so forth, like right at that point, they were just more aggressive and violent tip-ins than those previous.
Too much power to go that slow, surely.
Oh, they always had power. Like even back in some of the old ones, as some of the cars came out, were pretty tough. Like still had the power, but just the style of the driving, right? Before like the Lynchy stylings come out.
So have you noticed that, Peter, in the progression?
Yeah, I remember. Going there and watching, skids and that, and everyone's sort of like snellsy,
Yeah.
And then, but I always saw like, even in the streets, always drove fast. In that set. That's why I suppose when I went to Summernats and then sort of like coming just a bit faster than everyone else did, it sort of like grabbed their judges' attention, and then I reckon it's probably the 2 years in a row which always got me over the line, you know.
That's right. I think that's what in my mind is where it's sort of like that year of the Summernats started changing a little bit on that side of things. That was a sick year. Yeah. It looks so cool when you're going down and out the exit and you open the door. It's not just opening the door; it's like opening the suicide door, and you're just like, it was mental. It was mental.
Yeah, but at risk is pretty much what. Which I made my name. I saw when I got that car built and finished it in 6 weeks, I just travelled the country and pretty much, I was just winning everything where I was going. And then, probably after a couple of years, like the car was clean, and then I went for that Dub City look, which the two-tone, the big wheels, the billet wheels, and just sort of like changed the look of the cars.
The interior was mint too.
That was sort of like that. And I just always like to change things up, and then, some people were like, it's too Hollywood, but then, everyone's sort of like, going that suit and going, this is the look now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it had a few. That's one particular car that had some pretty mean combinations of looks. And obviously, competing wise, you've had some pretty wicked turnouts in it, going to events.
Tell us about the engine, bro. Tell us about the engine.
Well, now obviously with B&R, got the 700 cube, which we putting in that XA now that I'm doing, which I took out of the XR.
Mm-hmm. No risk.
So I ended up just getting some new. Yeah, I had the seats. The cylinder heads were getting a bit old that run there, so I ended up buying a new set now. And I think it's just everything's so expensive now. Everything's gone up in price.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So dear. So you start working twice as hard to make the money to pay for the stuff. Right?
Yeah. So let's just jump back and take it back. Is that you're actually retired? So we're talking to you as currently you're retired. After you got your inducted to the Hall of Fame, Summernats 35. You've been, you're like, right, had a little bit of the shits, and I'm going to park it up. And
what's happened there is like, I thought, once the engine sort of like goes, I was sort of like feeling like I wasn't my health wasn't 100%.
Right.
And then, I was sort of like in a sense where I was trying to push the car, run out of breath, and then, I just thought, you know what, I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
I'm done with work. I sell everything, all my cars, and just sell up. And, so then...
sold at risk and kept the engine.
Well, I sold that. I had that sold as well.
Yes.
I had everything sold, and then I went to the doctors, and then I found out, I was sort of like, I was lacking in blood and iron, so my iron level was really bad, and then which I had no energy, so I just thought I was getting older, and I was just done with it, and then I had an infusion and that done, which sort of like brought me back to life, and then then my daughter got me back. Now we're going to do another car, Dad.
You're going to be a loser. I've seen that.
Then I ended up, I had the engine sold. I ended up keeping it, and I had my XA sold, which I ended up keeping it as well. I just told them, listen, I'm not selling it now. I'm keeping it, and now I think I've just gone a bit more berserk.
Yeah, you have. I've seen the front end in that XA. I can't wait to see it come out. Can't wait.
Yeah, well, so I got that one going, and then I was building an FG, which I've tubbed in that. But now I've built an XD, which I've got another blown L kit at Brett's as well, which is just got to be assembled. Just a small block Ford, which I'm going to put in.
Is that going to go on the Mark II Cortina?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I've got probably like 19 cars. So.
Okay.
I just don't know what.
It's going to be a long episode.
So I got a fair few cars. So I'm just I got a few cars, few months.
So tell us about the tubbed FGs at Barra. Oh no, we've lost connection.
Oh, coming back. That's all right.
We're back.
We'll just wait till it comes back on here. That's where we can just do our little cut thing here, and it's all good.
What happened there? I'll just try and figure this. What's the engine in the FG? Is it a turbo barra? Come on, tell me it's a turbo barra.
No, I don't know. Well, I did some pricing on these bloody I want to put this 372 small block that I've got for this for the XD I've got now.
Right. Yeah.
I've just tubbed it, painted it. Just waiting for this motor to come from Brett's now, and then and I'll just looking at the FJ. I'll just might just do it as a party car, but I'm going to build probably like an LS 671 as well.
Oh yeah.
I just priced them out. It's worth nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
This might.
We're just gonna we're just getting back
up. We're still there. We just got to. There's something happened with the. Cast my screen. So now we're back. Yes, we're back. Oh yeah. So right, you're not a barra man, obviously then.
No. Love me.
All right, we'll just do one of our little sort of like things up, so Pro knows where to edit it back to. And where do we finish off? Sort of we
were discussing his ridiculous hoarding of cars and all the engines going into them. So maybe we'll just have a bit of a yarn about. I'm actually keen to know about the block itself. I don't know much about the engine. I don't know what a 700 cubic. Who makes a fucking 700 cubic inch engine? So we'll start there.
Yeah, B&R. Yeah.
Oh, it's a full billet block, is it?
Well, B&R.
I just pretty much with obviously with B&R with Brett Nidri, you just tell him what you want. He orders the parts, he does everything, and just makes it happen.
Right.
And then pretty much you just pay the bill, get the motor, and you put it in your car and off you go.
All right.
We'll pretty much touch on that.
We'll go straight back to that. Straight back to that.
Right on set.
Yep. Right on set.
Right.
So the B&R engine. Tell us about that. What's the specs of that? What'd you do? What is it?
It's pretty much like 700 cube, which with Brett, like pretty much any engine builder, you just tell them what you want. They know what he's obviously the best in the business and at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and mate. So you just tell him what you want, and then he'll just give you his input, and then he just orders what he needs to order to make it happen, and then it's pretty much you just go along until it's done. Dyno in the car, do your tests, and then whatever cam he uses, you just leave it to him. That's
right.
That's his business, That's specialises in.
Excellent. And so the supercharger, what's the supercharger on it?
I used to have a 16, but I went down to a 14 now.
Right.
So 1471.
That's big boy, yeah. Big boy.
Most people go up to that, just saying. But,
it's just it just makes that bit more boost and so forth. They look impressive as well, It's as long as you get the right, the things reliable. You run with it.
And what's the drivetrain you're going to be running in No Risk?
I've got obviously turbo 400, just your 90.
What?
Yeah, just your, just 35 spline, billet axles, floaters. We're just like, I suppose, in the burnouts. It's not like drag racing where it hooks up.
Right.
Range on everything. So it's not too hard on the drive line, which is pretty good. So
that car's going to be quite mean too, because as you know, you've done the brake upgrade and that suspension, so it's just going to be you'll be able to put that on a dime for a big car like they are. You'll be able to put it on the dime and on the pad wherever you want.
Yeah, I when it was pink and then I had the 372 and it actually skidded real good. It was good to steer, good to brake. Now obviously putting that big block in it, and the towers it doesn't fit in there, so I had to get rid of the towers. So then we upgraded everything. Because the cylinder heads hit the towers, so there's no room for pipes.
The cylinder is not even the manifold, the cylinder heads.
So it was just, but obviously I had my McDonald Brothers, which did all the front end for me, and then obviously Steve from Boost had done all the pipes and got it so I got all the tanks and everything made up. So
we'll get I'm not sure, somehow try but get some photos. I've seen underneath of it through Jay Benz's footage. That exhaust system's pretty sick. That 8 into it's pretty booming, wicked fab.
I've always run me pipes underneath separately. Some of the people now start climbing onto it and seeing the way I got it set up, and they've just done it. I don't know. I just don't get fires from it. I don't. I've trialled over the years. I never really had much of a fire problem. So it's been good, and I always run, the individual pipes underneath. So tends to keeps the fire away, which is good for me.
Yeah.
What, Peter, I'm keen to know, what was your first ever car that you owned?
First ever? I think my first car I ever bought was a Datsun 180B.
Oh, yes.
Had the twin Webbers on it, and I'm in the street. Obviously, I come from a European background. I'm like a Serbian, and then my mum's outside talking with the neighbour. I'm doing rollbacks down the streets and smack.
Those handbrakes, you lift the handbrake up, and it was like it had hydros.
I'm doing 60 kilometres going backwards, bang, hitting first, revving up, let the clutch go.
All the meantime, your mum's trying to get the Serbian community fucking loved in the area, and next minute Peter's out there, roll back. Mate, I've had some 180Bs, that's so good.
Oh, mate, I killed that street. It didn't take long before I killed the car as well, so I ended up buying an XA 351.
Oh, right.
And that was, once I sort of drove that, that's where I sort of like thought, XA's are for me.
Your Ford obsession kicked in at that exact point in time, didn't it, really?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
100%. No, that's so good. That's so good. So when's your next competition? What's your first competition you're coming to with no risk?
Obviously, Well, this one here now, I've got XA. So the number plate I've got for this new one that I'm building, like now, the one that was pink now, it's obviously it's painted a different colour. So the number plate for that is King XA.
King XA. Okay, right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's it's it'll be King XA. So spoke to Brett. Motor's been balanced clean, so you should be starting it, putting it together. So I want to go to Summernats in October.
Brushes, okay, right.
Yeah, I want to try to get out to that one first, and then from there I'm going to go Tail Bend.
Okay.
Got,
the one.
Yeah. So I've got a burnout comp at Tail Bend, I think, on the 1st of November, which is a Friday, and then the Saturday I'll go straight down to Heathcote.
Mm-hmm.
Do that comp. Well, they're sort of like, they're tied in together. They do that drag challenge.
Right.
So you got the drag challenge, then the burnouts, and then you head down to Heathcote, do the drag challenge and the burnouts as well.
Nice.
So I want to try to do that, get a bit of seat time before Canberra.
Oh, can't wait.
Summernats 37, you're going there.
Yeah, 100%. I've entered 2 cars, so I want to take the XD as well.
Yeah, wicked.
You're coming away with lemon a third. Let's make it third
win. Third win. We just predicted that. We predicted that here tonight, right?
I've won 2 in the XR, and I've won with the Evil XA in the US.
Oh, right. So we're up to win number 4.
Yeah. So if I get this one, it'll be sort of like 4th time I've won Summernats.
Mate, and then you're just going to keep going. You're just going to keep going. You're going to be like Roger Federer and just keep going for it.
I'm just happy to go. It's obviously at Canberra, it's so big, and it's man. And that's all it goes in. You meet up with everyone. It's just I love Canberra.
So you got a lot of places around Melbourne where you can go. Is there pads?
Not really. We just got now. We used to have back in the days that Summernats used to be at Sandown.
Right.
Yeah, that was grouse. That was crazy. But now, really, all we got is your Avalon, which is just a speedway, and then obviously Heathcote. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But they're all right, but it's good because it's close to home. But yeah, we just got to travel. You know. Yeah. Now we got Adelaide's.
Yeah, you guys are a bit disadvantaged by your distance over there. There's some areas, places that we've spoken to, and obviously Sydney, Brisbane, and all that kind of stuff, where there's quite a few areas for people to go and do skids. But obviously, the more remote. I mean, I know Melbourne's pretty populated, but probably not as many hoons. I wouldn't have expected to say Sydney or Tasmania.
Yeah, but our car scene's massive. They like street cruising. That's huge.
Well, I'm a member of a Melbourne Street Cruisers group, I think, on Facebook, and you're right. The street stuff in Melbourne's massive.
Yeah, we're just street scene's massive, but just no skid pads really to go out and have some fun.
What are the illegal skids like on the street over there? The takeovers and stuff. Is that happening a lot?
Honestly, now I just try to. I don't know. I really just stay away from it.
Yeah.
You sort of like when you sort of like built yourself a bit of a name in the car scene with the burnouts, and it's something you just don't want to tie yourself up with.
Yeah.
No, we would never go near it. We're fully against it.
Early days, freaking crazy, just, you just go, it'd be thousands of people, hundreds of cars, just a mark.
Yeah, so we all started on the streets, mate, and but I think we were all back in the day. We were reasonably respectful, and we didn't stick around too long. And if the cops showed up, we really didn't want them to know who the fuck we were, so we didn't hang around.
I remember we used to go to burnout things on the street, and then you cruise up there slowly and whatever. Now I went. I'd say probably the last time I went was maybe 4 years ago. They're fucking crazy. Like they drive through red lights. They're just, I go, fuck this. dangerous.
You want to see some of the examples we've got over here currently? It's I don't want to talk about it too much. It's just ridiculous. Just the idiots trying to get out there with their phones to get the good little bit of footage, but just getting tanked by the quarter of a car and just over and over again. I can't stand it.
Yeah, it's bad. You know what I mean? It sort of gives the burnout scene a bad name. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
But that's why I kind of stay away. I mean, I used to enjoy it, but I think as time goes on, it's changed.
You grow out of it.
Really
It's a quick thing, but the quick thing these days comes with a lot of danger, and a lot of more idiot behaviour, I feel.
You just don't want to see lives get taken, and that's why I just rather. That's why I just build these cars and I just go.
Safe on the pads. What would be over in it's a biggie question. What would be your most favourite event you've done over the time you can recall? What's even achievements, anything? What's one of the biggies that stand out for you?
Canberra for me stands out of all of them. Big crowds, I love skidding, with big crowds, and it's
and the 35 and the 35 getting the grand champion would take that, a lot of those women achievement highs.
What was that, sorry?
So this induction into the Hall of Fame, the Summernats 35, that would be one of the big things.
Oh, mate, you didn't expect it, you know what I mean? Because there's so many people that, they're out there doing skids and and you find, geez, you're sort of like one of these people that have made it, you just don't, it's not something that you think, that will happen. Just like I've won, a lot of comps, so a lot of events I've been to, I've won it once or whatever.
Yeah.
Or and then it's to get to get inducted, it was just like, wow, there's people been skidding as long as me, and you've made it,
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So who do you sort of or have you looked up to in in the scene over the years? I mean, even growing up when you were younger, when you first started getting into on the pad burnouts. Is there anybody that you sort of really looked up to?
Really, there was only one really car that really stood out back in the days when we were watching. It was like Gary Myers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go there.
Yeah.
Chris, you know what I mean? But Gary Myers was sort of like the one that just, was the blower.
Yeah.
Black Mustang, and it just, the thing just looked wild. You just go, wow, you know what I mean? And but you watch him on the videos and so forth, and you watch the Summernats, and then and obviously now it's you've come a long way, and you're mates with him now, and you've been to his house, and it's how it evolves, and how you've taken things now. It's really good.
Yeah.
Our last guest from Australia was Dave Pendlebury, and he had a lot of yarns like that. He'd grown up with a lot of them, all that, and seen that whole scene come right through. So it was some quite funny yarns with that. Like Gary Myers.
Went to Gary and
Gary Myers,
the 60th wedding anniversary
was there.
Yeah, 100%. He was there, and then pretty much after him, that really sort of stood out was Peter Gray,
Yep.
Peter
and Phoebe Gray, husband and wife combination.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They were dominating there at one stage, they were just, they were like Gary, they were just unstoppable. I think, I just think, like myself, then, Loader, Lynchy, and all that, we're sort of coming along, and then the driving starts, changing, and we sort of bring a different style to the burnout scene.
Absolutely.
Have you been watching? The USA tour? What's going on with Burnout Masters and Power Crews?
Yeah. Like I've been looking at some of the videos and that. Which looks pretty cool.
Is something you'd be interested in doing?
Probably not. I like Australia's burnouts.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit of competition, but I like it. I don't know. I suppose everyone's different in that sense, but I've been offered to go years ago with Gut if I wanted to go there and do it, but I didn't leave the car over there for so long and not have it here. It's like your baby, you know what I mean?
Vehicle. Vehicle.
But we got so many good comps, and I've been sort of like going a bit around Australia and doing comps and that. And Australia's got a lot to look at, you know. I wouldn't mind one day, maybe in the next couple of years or so, who knows. I wouldn't mind coming over to New Zealand and
the question was coming up.
And just say, that I've been there and I've done it, you know.
Awesome.
There's a few drivers. In fact, I think all of the Aussie drivers that we've spoken to, which would be almost half a dozen or more now, have all pretty much said the same thing. So, we would be quite happy for a massive contingent of Aussies to come over here and just thrash our pads for a fucking few months. It would be awesome.
Oh, I think one of the pads he's got, it's like a circle or something.
Oh, mate, there's all sorts, man.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ones.
There's circles, there's squares, there's
But do you have any a decent sized pads there that'll sort of like be bigger? Or?
Yeah. So there's the Rapinats pad, which is it's actually got an incline tipping, which is into the centre of quite a large square, which must be 30 by 30 square, I think.
Yeah, it's big.
It's really, really big. So and then the pad, the Mary pad at Mary Dragway, which is where they do the some of the finals or qualifiers for the Summernats Pro Series. That's almost the pad is Summernats size. The tip-in's not. It's a bit smaller. But
it doesn't have an exit chute.
It doesn't have an exit chute, but there's a decent room for it. We've got some big supercharged methanol beasts doing really well on this pad, so you guys would enjoy it.
Yeah, 100%. How many comps do you do there a year?
Well, I think that the season really is. It depends if you go between North and South Island, but say I think from about October through to April is where there would be 3 or 4 really decent ones, like Summernats qualifiers, that kind of stuff, like huge shows. If you left your car here for a 6-month period over the summer, you get some pretty decent shows and comps, North and South Island.
That's why I built another car, so that way, because I wouldn't mind because I've got some mates obviously down in the WA, and I want to leave a car there and then do comps there, but still have my other car for other events that's down here.
Yep. You're not the first to say that. No, Simon, Mr. Mullet, reckons he'd be keen to just build a car and leave it over here too. Tiny, yeah, Jay. Yeah, that would be cool. We would really love to have you guys over here. It would be big for us, for our scene. We're really trying to, have it as an accepted motorsport in New Zealand, because it's kind of not. We're still looked at as like the bogans, and I suppose we are the bogans, but it's still a motorsport where you've got to put a lot of thought into it.
Anyone in the burnout scene, we've always been known as bogans, whether it's there or here. It's all the same. I just think we're just probably a bit more advanced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have been for a while.
In the side, but you've got some good cars that are coming out of there now.
Yeah.
Which doesn't take long to catch up. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. We're and some of our country's top cars that have been over to Summernats are just amazing performers, and we would love to see Aussie's top guys against Kiwis' top guys on the same pads over here. Honestly, it would mean quite a lot to the New Zealand burnout community, I think.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So, 100%. I like travel. I drove up to Perth. That was the first time where, and I skidded there. I just wanted to go there.
Yeah.
People love and they wanted to see it when I come there, and I was so thankful to say, really wrapped. You know, you bought the cars, but see it in real life because a lot of people don't travel.
Yeah,
they watch that. They only see it on telly or whatever, but they don't see it in real life.
I bet hearing that in real life would just be an absolute monster. That thing. It just looks. It
would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's insane. You do the
Right. Okay. So one thing we like to talk about, Peter, is mental health awareness, and in particular men's mental health, obviously, because we're men. And there's a big movement going on. Well, I don't know if you call it a movement or just something going on within the burnout community in New Zealand, hashtag men's mental health. And in fact, the winner of Chrome Horsepower Festival Burnout Comp got himself a ticket to the Summernats qualifiers, Leon Kenny. Tainted Burnouts. He's got a methanol supercharged beast of a fucking Commodore Ute. Ridiculous. He started this hashtag men's mental health thing. And
very good driver too.
Great driver. And so we're really into promoting it and just making sure blokes are aware that they can talk about it. Have you had any experiences, man? Have you got anything you want to say to younger people in the community?
It's so sad to hear when, you know, lives are taken like that, and then people, but people just need to speak up.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really help someone if you don't know what's going on.
That's right.
You know, if they don't share it, and that's just it's so sad, mate. Because that Nick Rigby, I was really good mates with him too.
Right. Right.
It's real tough.
It's hard when people, you know, and then that's why we're trying to do what we're doing. We're trying to show people like us, bogan motherfuckers who like to skid their cars and drink some piss and do whatever we want to do, that we need to talk because we still got shit going on in our heads. And it's not just restricted to certain people and certain communities. And if you're not going to talk about it, if you're going to keep it locked up and just top yourself, mate, fuck, nobody wants that. No. Nobody wants it. No, so we just want people to realise that.
Like I suppose for you know, for a lot of people, because we don't think like that, so it's hard to imagine what they're going through. You know what I mean? You don't know how hard it is for them to sort of to come forward with it. So it's good that you just wish if they got something they need to talk about. You know, there's a lot of people out there, you know, willing to stand up.
Just knowing someone's there to listen.
There's harder things to do. There's harder things to do in life, and I think once you speak up, you realise that, fuck, actually that was all right. I'm glad I did that.
Man, because it's. I know it's hard for them, but then it's just, you know, it's hard for the people.
Yes.
That sort of have to go through it to witness it and say forward and just, you know, you've got to live with it. You know what I mean? It's hard all around for everyone, I suppose.
Oh, we appreciate that, man. So another question that I've got about cars, though, is if you had the opportunity to drive any other burnout car around, which one would you be keen to have a black behind the wheel on?
Who wouldn't want to give you the keys to their car?
I wouldn't mind taking bloody Jake Wise's one out now. That thing to
Sicko, right?
Okay, one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but I remember like Jake, you know, as a kid and that, and then coming up, he's come a long way.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Got a couple of records under his belt himself.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got that car sorted. That thing just screams, you know, and just to mash that pedal just a bit further, you know what I mean? Obviously, car for 9,000, which is
9,000. 9,000.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Jake. Jake's going to be over here. Is it for his honeymoon or something at the end of the year?
Something like that.
And he's coming to. We'll see him at AutoFest, which is AutoFest is a big car show here in 19th, 20th of October, and there's burnout qualifiers there for the Pro Series, and there's 2 tickets actually in that one to go direct to the finals, direct to Summernats Pro Series finals. Yeah, so it's actually going to be a big comp.
Yeah, sounds good. Once it gets settled and that, obviously, now on probably next year, just get this year over and done with, and then got a few more client cars, just get out, and then next year I want to sort of, try to do a bit more travelling again, get back into the scene again, and then try to make the most of it. But I wouldn't mind maybe just putting it on the cards and then just do a bit of inquiry and come over there, and because you look at that place, and you get some good view. The scenery looks beautiful.
Mate, you love it, 100%.
Oh yeah,
just dress warm, and you're going to have to get used to corners because our roads have corners. The Aussies come over here and they're like, "What the fuck is this corner situation that's going on?" And the other thing, apparently, that we don't slow down for roadwork signs unless there's road workers there. If there's road workers there, we slow down. If there's not, we don't care. So, but listen, I'm going to go into the AI roast now. So
special part of the show.
Special part of the show where we feed it a picture of your car, we give it a little bit of information, and it roasts you. Now, we didn't know that King XA was the go, so there's going to be a little bit of false news, fake news, or whatever it's called in this, but we've used at risk and no risk as the vehicles.
No, that's 100%. No, at risk is going to be me. Yeah,
we couldn't do a roast on all 19.
Yeah, like it was too many cars to choose from. We're going to have to choose two. So anyway,
I think that's where my ADHD comes in. I get sick of one car. I keep building something new.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, so here we go. So this is what Jack, the AI, has to say. Peter Grmusa, the burnout legend who just couldn't let go. Oh, what's happened?
Oh,
are you there still?
Yeah, we're on.
Yeah.
We've lost our.
Must just had a brief internet.
We've lost our.
Internet must have just dropped briefly somehow.
Sorry, just quickly go. Oh, damn it.
Jack turned it off.
Yeah, AI's fucking with our shit. Let me stop mirroring. Easy.
Come on, TV.
Because some of you guys, I've seen those guys, they bring their cars over and with the containers, and how long does it take to get the car over?
I think it's about 6 weeks. Around about 6 weeks. Oh. I don't think we've got the same annoying restrictions as that you've got in Australia, though. With the when we take a car over there, we have to pay a certain percentage of its value, and as a bond. And if the car doesn't come out of the country after 12 months, the government keeps that as tax.
Really?
But I don't think you have to do that here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. We're back. Yeah, I think it was about 6 weeks or thereabouts, both ways to sort of get there and to come back to the country. So yeah, we've got.
Tough year for them last year though, where literally 4 of them went over. One didn't start. One did well, but had some wall tap, and then Liz Gracie's had a bit of a boom and
so to push the car off.
A fire, and so they had a bit of time where they're spending more time on the cars and enjoying it.
The car that didn't start last year, that wouldn't even start once it got to the country, Braden's Haunt You, he got runner-up at Chrome, so he's actually got a ticket to go back to Summernats next year if he wants to.
Oh.
Anyway, right, let's get into this roast. We'll get into this roast now. Sorry.
Right, that's it.
Right.
Back to it.
Peter Grmusa, the burnout legend who just couldn't let go. I mean, when you've already won back-to-back Summernats burnout finals and landed yourself in the Hall of Fame, what else is left to prove? But no, apparently retirement was too boring. And now your daughter's got you back behind the wheel of that Falcon, like some burnout Jedi coming out of hiding for one last battle. At risk, more like at your age, mate. With 702 cubic inch V8, it's like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight. It's almost as if the car is saying, I should be in a museum, not out here tearing up the pavement again. But who are we kidding? You'll probably end up showing the young guns how it's done again. Just try not to vaporise too many tyres or egos when you hit the pad next. So that was actually not too bad. That was his first roast.
It was actually, yeah.
And I thought, well, he was being quite nice to you. He must have Googled you. You're a tough guy. You might do kung fu or something. Jack was scared. So I said, not bad. I said, it's the out of retirement car. It's called No Risk. So, you know, I got that wrong. But anyway. And I said, it's going to debut at the Summernats. Be nasty. Peter Grmusa, back from the burnout grave with a car named No Risk. Seriously? After all those years of shredding tyres and winning titles, now you're rolling up with a name that screams, I've got nothing to lose because I've done it all. Sounds like you've gone from being at risk to at best. Let's be real. No Risk is the automotive equivalent of a midlife crisis. It's like you're saying, I've been there, done that, and I'm just here to prove I've still got it. But Peter, mate, if you're calling it No Risk, it's clear you're more worried about the retirement fund than the rubber these days. One more. And the Summernats, what are you trying to do? Crash the comeback tour of every wannabe burnout king who thought they were safe now that you were out of the game? Watch out, young guns. Grandpa Grmusa is back, and he's about to show you how to burn rubber without breaking a sweat or a hip. So there you go.
Jack, it wasn't too brutal. I was like, it wasn't that brutal.
He was really kind to you, mate. Yep. What do you think? What do you think of that?
That's cool. That's cool. No, I like it.
It's quite good, the variances of some of the cars that, you know, we get for descriptions and stuff, and just the information that Bro's putting into it.
I've become a bit of an AI fanboy, unfortunately. I'm not really that great at all the stuff. I do the editing for this show and try and be the tech guy, but this AI stuff, it's great. I'm enjoying it. So, you must. I'll know your question.
Peter, do you have the Burnout Masters game downloaded on your phone or play it? Or your daughter?
My kids. My kids have it. My little one, he's 5. He goes crazy on it.
Does he own at risk?
Yeah, but he doesn't play me anymore.
Are you making bank off it?
You're a millionaire.
No, he loves the burnout games, and then I think I had the other two. Like my daughter, loves it, travels with me everywhere to burnout comps and so forth, and then she loves the scene. So I say to her, oh well, do you want me to build you a car? No, it's all right, I'll watch.
Oh, right.
I'll borrow it out less or something, run a muck in just to get a feel of it, but no interest. And then the other son, love the cars, into the sports now, but the little one, Levi, he's just mad for it.
Yeah, he's mad.
He reminds me of me, so it's as a kid, I'll get cars and I'll just bust everything. I'll pull them apart, and that's what he does. I buy all these Bianchi cars, pulls the wheels off it, pulls the interior, screwdriver, pulls the pins out, other pins in it. So he's doing. So I reckon he's going to be the rev head, the driver that'll sort of take over me.
Yep.
So where did your passion for cars come from? Like, you from a car family, your old man?
Honestly, my mum and dad never drove.
Right.
They never had a car.
Is that right?
But it was more so like you go to school and you got the other kids talking about cars, and so forth, and then people around the area, you see, you're 14, 15, and you see the older guys, they got their Monaros,
XU1 Tiranas.
Yeah.
And then, man, it's just, I don't know what happened to me.
Well, what I say is that you more than likely slipped over and hit your head, stood up and you were into cars.
Yeah, like my older brother, his first car was an XC Interceptor 351.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, so it was like that. And that's sort of like how the Falcons sort of like come about it. And then, yeah, man, it was just from there on in, it was pretty much just cars.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So what we're going to do now is we've got a giveaway here that we do. We do a giveaway each week. Yep. And a bit of a shout out to some of our sponsors. So
Nigel Kims.
Kims is a New Zealand chemical supplier for motorsport, automotive. They're fucking amazing. This grease eater, you do a burnout on your driveway, you want to get rid of it so your landlord doesn't see it. You fucking spray that all over, water blast it off, gets the tyre slap off your car. She's fucking perfect. She's a minter.
I did that when I was, I just had my license. My parents went away.
Yeah.
I did this big burnout in the driveway. So it started down the back, out the driveway, on the road, around the block. Fucking parents come home, nearly killed me. I'm on the driveway scrubbing this burnout. It was.
Oh, mate, you needed some Kim's fucking oil and grease here because it's perfect for that. We got a Miss AU license plate there from Shelley Brewer's Lighting Designs.
Shout out Shelley Lighting Designs.
NA All Day sticker. Who was that from? That was from Tony Wiley, the Pest.
Yes.
Pest. And we've got a Bad Temper, which is a Barra powered Cortina wagon T-shirt there. So that's fucking cool. So to win this stuff, what you got to do? Sticker. Oh, and there's a Maxis sticker. That's also, I believe, from Tony Wiley. And so you've got to like and subscribe and fucking comment and all sorts of stuff on all sorts of shit. So on our YouTube video where you see this on the Facebook, and if you put that on Facebook, you like it, and then you make a comment, and then Peter, have you got a page for any of your cars?
No, not really, man. I just now and then I'll just jump on the Facebook and then just put up bits and pieces. But no,
right.
He's retired.
He's retired. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so you've got to at least like the fuck out of all our stuff and this video and do some sharing. And then when you finished it, what you got to do to get another 3 entries into the draw is in this Facebook post where you see this being posted. You type in one done, like you're a fucking intake, and you'll get another 3 entries into the draw. So, yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Now, you've got another question that you'd like to ask, and you haven't asked it yet.
Peter, what's your favourite food? Any type of food.
Yeah, I don't mind spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah, bit of that, bit of lasagna and some pizza.
Okay, that's all Italian. Is that
pineapple on the pizza?
Yeah, pineapple.
No, I go Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Spicy.
Right.
Nice.
Got to come in hot.
Full send on the bloody spices.
Yeah. Well, but look, mate, are you finished, bro? Are we out of questions? What do you reckon?
I think I just have a quick break because we might not talk. We might try and actually, one thing, we might try and do our best to catch up with you again sometime next year, maybe, and seeing how, you've sort of, after a few events and out to Canberra and little catch up again would be really cool.
Well, he's going to want to talk to us about where to leave his Kiwi burnout car anyway, so,
we'll be catching up.
Going to Canberra?
Not this year, no. This at Summernats 37, what we're doing is we're actually hosting a Summernats finals party here in the city. We're in Tauranga, New Zealand, at our local pub, the World's End. So we're going to be broadcasting or streaming live from there, watching the Summernats finals live. We're going to have a hard park out there, as well as local burnout cars and hopefully some burnout drivers from around the area. So we're actually hosting a party here. Do a fundraising for a tour that Ray and I are doing next year, going down the South Island of New Zealand through a few competitions and to interview a whole heap of drivers down there. So Yeah, no, not next year, but potentially the year after. Ray will be there.
I'd like to get there with my son. I've got a son who's right into the burnout scene, and yeah, I know he really wants to go, and it'd be nice to go do something like that with him. And,
someone's got to carry the camera. I'm not allowed to leave the country for a few years, so someone's got to carry a camera to shoot, Ray. So anyway, thank you very much, Peter, for spending the time with us. We appreciate your time so much, man. You're a real legend.
I've been trying to manifest your name for a while, because I like to start in the show and get someone that's right deep into the scene as such, and all the experiences you've got. It's been awesome. Really enjoyed it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks for having me.
No. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You're a bunch of fucking good guns, but you can fuck off now. See ya.